Hey guys, Brett Buckles here. I'm with Donna Graden, and we're going to be taking you guys through an arm workout. Now, the reason we're doing arms is that just so happens to be Donna's favorite muscle of choice to work. And Donna is a mother of two. She's a single mom, and she is a hairstylist, and I'm actually going to let her tell you a little bit about herself. And so what really got you started, Donna, in the whole training, the whole gym game?
Well, I've always worked out, and I enjoy working out, but my daughter introduced me to Camp Hero, and I just really like it.
What is it you like? Like, what do you find different about Camp Hero versus you? Because you worked out before you were here. Like, what do you find different about Camp Hero versus like the other gyms?
Well, Camp Hero was more dedicated. I feel like they gave me more attention that I needed, and worked out a better eating habits than any other gym.
A little bit more specific on the diet. The diet kind of, well, for Donna, her goal being that she's more looking in the cosmetic way, like kind of like some people come to the gym looking for performance, and some people come to the gym looking for a certain visual like look. And what really happens a lot of times is people do get lost in the shuffle. They come looking to look a certain way, and they get thrown into like functional training or performance training, you know, maybe even CrossFit, which are great if that's what the person's looking for. But the person's trying to change their shape and their body, and they're not intentionally training a certain way. Like, you look at Donna here, we're doing some isolated bicep training where she's doing one arm at a time, and between the sets she puts her hands over her head. We don't allow her arms to hang down low, and the reason we do that is as the blood's trying to rush to her bicep, we're not letting it rush, right? And so as soon as she goes to do her next set and she starts curling again, that blood starts flushing to the muscle. But the new blood that's basically also being stimulated as we speak, it's almost like a double pump, because a lot of times, you know, we all know that, you know, we train the muscle, we want to stimulate hypertrophy and grow the muscle, but people don't take in consideration what's called the fascia of the muscle. And we're actually trying to stretch the fascia of the muscle continually, daily, over and over again in order to shape it. We want to, because what's with Donna, she's not necessarily looking to be bigger so much as she just wants to shape her muscle and to sculpt it and to cut and define it. And so that's why diet is the main thing. But then what we do is what we call volume training. You know, we train arms once a week, but when we train them with what we call high volume, which is, you're going to see here, is going to be a lot of reps, a lot of sets to really stimulate the shape of the muscle. Now, Donna, like, you work full time, right?
Yes.
Okay. So do you ever find it hard to train and to be able to work full time? Is it hard to get it on your schedule, especially with having kids?
Not at all. I book my training in the morning. That way I have the rest of the day to do my work. Yeah. And then at night I take care of the kids.
Cool.
But yeah, I love to work out in the mornings.
It kind of gets us started for the day.
Yep.
And then, you know, you said in the past you had trained before, you had worked out, but you just weren't quite getting the results that you wanted. And do you think that it has to do more with diet, or do you think it's a little bit of both, you know, like the different, like, you know, formulating a training style that's specific for your needs and what you're wanting?
I think it's both. The biggest part was the diet. I was so impressed with the diet, and not really diet, but just changing my eating habits.
Sure.
I eat more, I eat better, I feel better.
Yeah, it's funny you said that. You actually eat more, not less. I think a big misconception is, you know, there's a lot of people that think like, you know, a calorie isn't a calorie, you know, and if you're eating the right foods and you're stimulating the right amount of, you know, fat burning, and you're not basically, for those of you out there, there's only one hormone that causes fat to be stored, and that's insulin. And insulin's, you know, basically produced with sugar, you know, carbohydrates. So that's what you're managing. And sugar and carbohydrates actually have nothing to really do with muscular repair, you know, for the most part. You know, they do have a certain amount, you know, in terms of like, you know, filling the glycogen stores and healing and things like that. But that's really where the management needs to happen. And each client's different. You know, how I would train Donna is not the same as you would train, especially one, a performance athlete, but two, somebody else who is has a different goal set, maybe be bigger or they want to be even leaner. You know, we really have to adapt it, and where a lot of the adapting comes from is how to manage, you know, carbohydrates and sugars, you know, even the amount of protein. And you'll see in this workout video the same I do in, you know, some of the other videos. I'm very big on what I call tension point training, where I pick certain points in the muscle, and I, like right there, I am making her push against me. What's happening is it's a very, actually it's very natural for the muscle to struggle in that way. Like, it's not normal the way an arm would be like press, or lift, but when she's pressing and she has almost like that static pushing, or she has that negative, that's actually a lot more, in a way, natural for the muscle, but it also shocks the muscle, and it allows me to dictate complete failure. As she gets tired, then I just kind of feel her out and how strong she's feeling or how weak she's feeling, and then I adjust the pressure accordingly in order to get her maximum failure. Because it's not really, if I tell her to do 10 reps and she can do 10 reps, her body then feels comfortable and says I can do 10 reps. But when she does 10 reps and I force her to do 11 or 12 reps, then what happens is she goes beyond that, and she's going to grow and stimulate, new muscle development. So I hope we helped you all out with some arm training, and see you guys next time.
I wanted to say, come to Camp Hero, you won't be disappointed.